Welcome back. Last week, President Trump lurched from the White House TV den onto the White House lawn, then went right back inside once he saw there wasn't another truck for him to play in. But eventually, his staff coaxed him back out with his favorite treat, a photo op with a few dozen identical old white dudes.
A dramatic day ended at the White House as President Trump and House Republicans celebrated wrestling out a hard-fought first win in the fight over the Affordable Care Act.
Make no mistake, this is a repeal and a replace of Obamacare. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake.
Yeah, you don't want to make a mistake. Mistakes can lead to C-sections, which could lead to a spike in your premiums. What do you think of that, boys? That's the best joke Mike Pence has heard since Hee-Haw went off the air. But no one was grinning more radiantly than Paul Ryan, the Speaker of the House and Successory's latest poster boy.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. Thank you for your leadership. I want to thank all the other members. I want to thank Tom Price. I want to thank Mick Mulvaney. And I especially want to thank Reince Priebus. We could not have done this without you, gentlemen. You guys are the best.
Okay, rein it in, Sally Field. They don't really like you. They just like winning.
The former House Whip, Tom DeLay, was spotted smoking a cigar just off the floor.
The line of the day was out of Braveheart. Freedom!
Yeah, what was the first part of that line again?
They may take our lives.
Okay, that fits. This level of gleeful cavorting over millions of Americans losing health care is pretty ghoulish, even for the party that almost nominated a dementor for president. Faced with a major policy change affecting 1/6 of the economy and every citizen with a body, the news media responded in the usual way by sending an intern to the cliche silo to bring back as many hackneyed sports metaphors as possible.
A celebratory dance in the end zone.
A first down on the football field, but not a touchdown yet.
Doing the victory dance at halftime.
I think it's like the first quarter at this point.
But it's only halftime. Spike the ball on the 50-yard line.
It's a whole new ball game.
50-yard line?
Touchdown.
End zone. A punt.
Spiking the ball.
Halftime.
This White House is obviously okay spiking the ball when it believes it won. This healthcare touchdown dance occurred sometime in the first quarter. And if you allow me to extend the metaphor...
No! Shut up! I will not allow it. This isn't football. This is life or death. This is real people having to choose between their health and supporting their families. So, okay, I guess maybe it is a little like football. Can't somebody unpack what this bill means for Americans without resorting to ESPN jargon?
If you thought Sharknado was a bad movie, Sharknado 2 is even worse.
So the AHCA is an ironically shitty bill? You know, of course, the media aren't the only ones who sportify our life and death issues.
Today, House Republicans were giddy, pumping themselves up before the big vote with the theme song to Rocky.
Sure, nothing gets you pumped up to strip people's health care like the theme to a movie franchise about a guy who gets a broken nose, arthritis, brain damage, and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, while his mentor dies from a heart attack, his best friend dies from injuries sustained in a fight, and his wife goes into premature labor, falls into a coma after giving birth, and eventually dies from ovarian cancer. Now let's get ready to kill affordable coverage for pre-existing conditions. While Republicans were fluffing themselves like Dirk Diggler to pass this piece of shit bill by one vote, the Democrats held the high moral ground, which they will lose in 3, 2, 1.
That, folks, is the sound of House Democrats singing to Republicans to signal their belief that the health care bill will ultimately hurt the GOP in the next election.
Democrats! All you had to do was not sing. It's so easy. I'm doing it right now, you tit hammers. While both teams were doing stupid, premature victory celebrations, the nerds in the AV club were obsessively analyzing all the stats to predict the outcome of the next political rematch, all of which plays into the mentality of the dopey 7-year senior quarterback who only cares about getting a win so he can brag.
It's going to be an unbelievable victory. We don't have to talk about this unbelievable victory. It no longer matters because we won. We want to brag about the plan because this plan really,
Yes, I believe that is the official name of the Trump healthcare bill, which you will never see again because even Senate Republicans think it's crap.
Do you like the House bill?
I frankly haven't paid that much attention.
We will work together carefully to write our own bill.
One thing we can be sure of is that what they were celebrating in the Rose Garden yesterday is not going to look anything like what they passed in the House of Representatives when and if the Senate takes up their version and is able to pass it out of their body.
Yes, pass it out of their body is the perfect phrase. Trump Care has made its way through one chamber. Now it will be broken down in the other chamber, and the Republicans are hoping the remaining product, mostly fiber residue, mucus, dead bacteria, cellular linings, will be passed out of the body with the stamp of the sphincter in chief and dumped onto the American people. Oh, that sample doesn't look healthy. Republicans, you should have a doctor look at it. Luckily, you have excellent government health insurance. We'll be right back.